Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here. Tuesday, October 28th, 2014. Just watched the Mavericks and the Spurs. The World Series is on. The NBA regular season's underway. And more importantly, we are just a couple days away from Halloween. As such, there's some things I'm wanting to do in the game. Went through Monster Marsh the other night in the live stream. That's a great level for Halloween. To date, my favorite levels in Skylanders. The entire archive of games. Keep in mind, I haven't played Trap Team all the way through. But without a doubt, my favorite levels would be the T-Bone levels in SSA. So, if you're unaware, T-Bone, he's actually in the Skeletons, very fittingly. But he was kind of made appearances in the Giants Heroic Challenges. You could see him slightly, but his starring role came in SSA. He kind of took you through several of the levels. He was the funny little skeleton guy on the beach. And in my opinion, to date, those are the best levels. With that said, that's a nice tie-in to Halloween. I'm planning on getting some of these Undead guys not only unboxed, but also fully upgraded in honor of Halloween. On SkylanderClub.com/forum, I had a poll running. I was really hoping that before Halloween we would have Bat Spin and Shortcut. In particularly Bat Spin. She seems like the perfect Halloween character to me. I would have loved to have seen a Halloween variant, kind of like they do Christmas and Easter. I think it makes a lot of sense at Halloween. I realize that a lot of kids, they're going to hold out and it's going to be a gift for Christmas. It's like the big Christmas deal. But for the people who have birthdays prior to that, or just the older audience, it would be cool to have a regular annual Halloween Skylander, in my opinion. And to me, Bat Spin would have been awesome to have done the honors. But that said, what we're going to actually do here is move on with that Undead Halloween theme and take a look at the Undead Minis. Pick these up on launch day at Toys R Us for $14.99. Or if you want to get particularly, maybe I got this pack for 40% off. Pick your poison. Picked it and the Earth minis up. So one of them was a little bit lower, but regular day, no special sales, $14.99 is what you'll pay. You note emblazoned across the top corner there is minis. You see there and you think that looks like Hex? That's because it's a miniature version of Hex. It is Hijinx. This right here, you think, oh, that's kind of like little Eye-Brawl. That's because it's Eye-Small. Confirming that, Hijinx and Eye-Small. Eye-Small, of course, we had in Giants. He was available through the Frito-Lay promotion. I've actually got him sitting up here. We'll pull him down and do a color comparison like we did with our previously released Sidekicks versus Minis. But the main draw here for most people is going to be Hijinx. Same reason Spry and Bop were big draws. They have never been done as Sidekicks before. They're making their first appearance as a mini. And if you're a big fan of, say, Spyro, Hex, or in that case, Bash, this is kind of their playable character. They don't have like a Series 3, 4, or 2 in some cases. This is kind of their starring role in Trap Team. So, coming around to the backside, there's Trigger Snappy in your hand on the portal in the game. It is that simple. There's our artwork for Hijinx. There's Eye-Small, and a very nice tie-in here. Crypt King, Funny Bone, Bat Spin, which if you don't agree with me, that she would have been the perfect character for Halloween, there's something wrong with you. There's Hijinx. Again, I actually ran a poll on Skylander Club forum if you thought we would see this Halloween Skylanders, or at least, Shortcut and Bat Spin prior to that. And I have pretty much given up hope on it, but it would have been awesome. It's just, to me, it's going to be sad, like, whenever Bat Spin comes out, I don't care if it's the 1st of November, Black Friday, right before Christmas, New Year's Day, Valentine's. She'd kind of be cool for Valentine's Day, I guess, now that I think about it. That's like the one saving grace, although it would suck to have to wait that long. But regardless, the ideal time to release her, and all of the Undead, in my opinion, is before Halloween. That's just the way I roll. But if you agree, let me know in the comment section down below. She just would have been perfect for Halloween, in my opinion. These minis right here, they are functional in Skylanders Trap Team only. What I mean by that, these aren't like your old sidekicks that would just mirror your character and run around and look cute or whatever. They're actually fully playable Skylanders with upgrade paths mimicking what their standard counterparts have. So, Hijinx and Eye-Small will both function there. If you try to place Hijinx in, say, Swap Force, you're going to get a toy not compatible message. If you put Eye-Small in Swap Force or Giants, you will basically have a sidekick just like you do with the standard orange-based Eye-Small. Won't be playable, won't have upgrades or anything, but he will function as a sidekick. That said, and if you throw him back all the way to SSA, you're going to get the same message Hijinx gets in Swap Force Giants and SSA. So, coming around, we'll go ahead and get these guys out and take a look at their stat cards and see what they look like. I think we have a pretty good idea, but you always like to check out the intricate details. Let's see here. I think this week right now, Toys R Us does have a buy one, get one 40%. So if you are in need of these kits, there it goes again. I'm having a hard time with the cards in these mini packs. Granted, it's only my third one we've unboxed. Because of that, we'll just go ahead and show you the sticker sheet so I can get them out of my way. In addition to the stat cards, which you'll see later, you get the artwork. That looks really good, actually. There's the Eye-Small nameplate. You can use that on your collection poster. You can put it on your storage cases, whatever you prefer to do. Posters, folders, notebooks. Behind that is Hijinx. She also looks pretty good in that artwork. There's her name tag. And again, web code and QR code below there. We'll set the cards down. Chase McCain is hidden, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. Now back to the characters. If you want to cut that out and use it for something, do that now. It is taped, and you do run the risk of tearing it. But the way I like to get them out is actually to bend back the plastic backing. Come in and get my fingers underneath the base. Work the plastic, not the figure, and get it out. There's Hijinx. We'll take a look at her in a second. And now we'll do the same thing over here with Eye-Small. And there we go. So we'll throw that down on the ground because that's how we roll. Let me grab this guy right here. Eye-Small of the orange base variety. We're going to take a detailed look at him in just a second. That's it. The stat card for Eye-Small. Power 60 of 250. Armor 60 of 250. Speed 100 of 250. And luck, ironically pretty high, 130 of 250. Add all that up and we've got 122, 23, 350 out of 1,000. Here is Eye-Small right beside the stat card. He actually looks really good in my opinion. Nice detail there. He's fractionally small on the Undead skull there. He's got the red base to indicate he is a trap team figure. Decent detail on the backside. I think that's a skull. It just lacks the detail. The wings similarly. Obviously the smaller you get, the harder it is to detail things. Let's go ahead and do the direct comparison. In my left hand, you've got the red-based mini, and then right here in my right hand, we have the orange-based Sidekick from Giants. What I can tell you based on this, it looks like the black is maybe darker on the new figure. It also looks like the copper color on the cuff there is much brighter on your orange-based Sidekick. That said, the blue, I feel like it's way more vibrant on this newer figure, the mini, versus the Sidekick. Coming around, got the brass on both figures. That matches up perfectly. Actually, the white in general is just brighter on the Trap Team Eye-Small than the orange-based Giants Eye-Small. Same detail on the back, so I mean, really, it's kind of a catch-22. Overall, I think the new one looks better because the focus is kind of the eye, and the blue to me looks better. That said, nothing wrong with this one, and what I do like best on it is actually that bright cuff trim. Eye-Small stats in the game. His health box stock is 430. That's kind of reflective of his giant status, if I'm not mistaken. Speed 50, armor 30, critical hit 50, and elemental power 53. Hopefully he can move around quick. That was the one downside to Eye-Brawl. Speaking of Eye-Brawl, if you wonder how he looks with his standard counterpart, there it is. And again, even on this, you can see that you see the black dot on the eyeball, but then it kind of, the sky blue almost like washes out. It is way, way better done here on the mini. So this kind of mimics literally, it's actually a little better done on the Sidekick. I mean, it's like a really pale sky blue. This is like a probably 2 or 3 shades darker, and then this right here is about 10 shades darker versus the giant figure. I don't know, maybe it's because this lights up and it's taking its toll, who knows, but I do like that blue ring on the red-based Trap Team Mini Eye-Small a little better. Obviously, you pick up on the detail much, much more on the giant. Obviously, he's also huge. He's about, I don't know, roughly 2 times the height. The detail on the backside is unrivaled, but I mean it's a smaller version. It's a less developed version, so overall looks good. But again, here they are side by side. Now, this is probably the reason you're buying this pack, and I don't say that because I think you hate Eye-Small. I say that because Hijinx, once again, Hex's only appearance in Trap Team as a new figure is through her mini, Hijinx. She kind of stopped. Obviously, Light Core Hex, a lot of people associate with Swap Force. However, that was an orange-based Giants figure, just really, really late release. So this is kind of her first appearance in a while. That said, red base indicates Trap Team. That means she's a mini. Again, she will fully function in Skylanders Trap Team. You can upgrade her, but if you take her back, previous games, she won't work as a sidekick. You'll get a toy error message, if I'm not mistaken. Blue lips, I believe, kind of a slight smear. Her face looks great. She looks like a miniature Hex, really. I mean, you picture her like conjuring up some sorcery or something. Nice detail there. I mean, she's really not a very detailed character to begin with, and so this is kind of spot on. She's got the facial expression. She's got the big eyes. Depending on your stance, they may be, enticing or not. I know on the Skylander Club forum, Daphne and Portal Master Mom both very, very amped up about Hijinx because they're both huge Hex fans and she's their favorite character. Now, how does she stack up against the standard Hex? I don't have my regular SSA one handy, but I do have Light Core Hex handy here. Again, note the orange base. Like I told you, she was not in Swap Force. She was a Giant, just a really late release. But look at the facial similarities here. Obviously, she looks a little bit more sinister. Light Core Hex, whereas she kind of looks more like sinisterly sweet, if you will. But you could see her growing up from this mini standpoint and becoming the dark sorceress that you see here. So, I mean, it's pretty accurate in my opinion. We'll set her back down, and for an even extra special comparison, here is Mystic Hex. She's, of course, based on the Light Core Vision, just treated to a custom paint. And you can see her helpfully guiding young Hijinx through her exploits in Skylanders Trap Team. So we'll set her back down. There's her stat card right there. I really do like her artwork. It's kind of like cartoonish, and I think that ties in well with her. Power, 60 of 250. Armor, 70 of 250. Speed, 110 of 250. And Luck, 110 of 250. Add all that up, you probably know what this is going to total. There's 220, 290, 350 out of 1,000. So far, all these minis are matching up, at least in this initial round. Does seem to be like a little bit of overspray on the top of the right eye there, and then kind of at the base of it. That said, it kind of fits it. I don't think it was intended, but I'm not going to complain too much. Her in-game stats, let me see if I can find them for you. Fear the Dark, of course, is a slogan. Max health, 270. Speed, 60. Armor, 18. Critical hit, 30. Elemental power, 60. So, very cool to have Hijinx back in the mix. She's available in double pack form with, of course, Eye-Small, who's got a really nice bold blue eye ring this time. So that's kind of a cool touch. Again, I'll have pictures up on the post you can find on oneofweezem.com. You can also find it on the Skylander Club forum. If you have not checked it out, I encourage you to do so. SkylanderClub.com/forum. That is the place to be for all things Skylanders. It's geared towards the serious Portal Master, someone who takes collecting and gameplay a little bit more seriously than most people who value factual information, and mainly the players who kind of are hardcore and want details and numbers. That's kind of what we built the forum around. We got a lot of great people on board already. Check it out if you like it. We would absolutely love to have you on board as well. $14.99, once again, Toys R Us. My advice, wait for the sale. I picked up the wrong Eye-Small there. But, wait for a buy one, get one 40% sale, even if you want to do 2 packs of the Undead minis, because they're so cool. But that said, this is great timing for Halloween. I'm doing this now so I can actually get these guys introduced to box stock and then kind of get them some cash, upgrade them, and have some fun, seeing how the minis perform in the Trap Team game. So, that said, you should be seeing a lot of these guys, literally, here shortly, because I'm going to do some Halloween-themed stuff for Trap Team and on my YouTube channel. Speaking of which, if you have not subscribed, make sure to do that. Believe it or not, I still have a lot of stuff to unbox. You don't want to miss any of that. Doing a live stream of the entire game from the X-Bone. I'll probably come in and do either hard or nightmare mode after the fact. It'll have way better audio because the Kinect microphone kind of sucks sometimes. There's really nothing I can do about that. Sometimes it it works fantastic, and other times it is a jumbled mess of garbage. And I don't know why. I really don't. If I did, it would be perfect every time. That said, the streams are still fun. You can check them out, interact with everybody. If you're on Twitch, follow me there. If you're on Twitter, make sure to follow me. That's a great source for updates. You can circle me on Google+, like me on Facebook, whatever you prefer. Again, make sure you are subscribed here. Tons of cool stuff coming your way, including some special Halloween stuff, since it is the most spooktacular time of the year. Fittingly, I have the Undead traps. I've unboxed those because they're my favorite traps. I just haven't had time to edit and upload the videos. Probably going to work on that tonight. But once again, we were just a few days out from Halloween, so I wanted to get all this Undead stuff going. I'm going to get all the Undead characters I've got upgraded. My goal is to have all of that live for you on Halloween, if not before, probably Thursday nights. That's most likely when it'll all happen. But it's just important to me to kind of get that stuff up. I think it's cool. So look for Crypt King, Funny Bone, our Undead characters here. It's kind of going to be cool stuff. And with Crypt King, I've got Nitro, so we can check out both paths. And I think it'll be a good time, so stay tuned for that. But for myself, Hijinx, Eye-Small, Eye-Brawl, Mystic Hex, the entire gang, thanks for watching. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. The forum or my personal site will get you a much quicker response. Gmail does some strange things these days. But that said, thanks again for watching, and we will catch you back here next time.